Whilst many believe that the extraordinary ancient ruins recently discovered using LiDAR technology could be the pinnacle of this revolutionary instrument, revealing megacities now estimated to have once been home to some 10,000 farmers alone, with these sprawling ancient cityscapes, particularly those within the Amazon, now calculated to have had an ancient population somewhere in the region of tens of millions. However, I, among many others, suspect these discoveries but the tip of the proverbial iceberg when it comes to not only what has been lost throughout Earth's, and indeed humanity's long and forgotten history, but that through the medium of LiDAR we will begin to unlock this ancient world, perhaps even eventually leading to the global realization of what I have long been presenting the evidence for here upon our channel. That of a world full of ancient civilizations and incredible technologies with an equally large array of evidence, revealing numerous mysterious global cataclysms and floods, exposing a cyclical pattern for not only our species' development and resets to the Stone Age, but the entire planet as a whole. Found deep beneath the dense and ancient jungle canopies of the southeastern state of Campeche in Mexico, yet another previously unknown, vast ancient metropolis has recently been stumbled upon by complete accident. Sprawling cityscapes, enormous amphitheaters, and a number of signature structures one uses in identifying the work of a now lost, yet once global civilization. This being, of course, the inclusion of the pyramid. Not only are these ancient structures completely unexplained, but just like that of the polygonal masonry, the stone cutting signatures, the tool marks, the metal clamping technology, although varying in size and shape from continent to continent, even finding various styles within the same settlements, these buildings and technological solutions are found globally, with many pyramidal sites not only now identified worldwide, a clear display of shared technology, but they often share the same Orion's belt orientation and layout. An interesting caveat to this mystery being the explanation for this which one can find within the transcripts of the long-lost Book of Thoth, with the text claiming this due to them being, quote, cosmically entangled with the belt itself, yet I digress. The site has been named by the team as Valeriana, and has been revealed to have once been the second largest populated ancient city within Latin America. 3 sites were discovered in total, located within a scanned area the size of Scotland's capital Edinburgh, covering an area of some 122 square kilometers. The city was found by one of the archaeologists completely by accident whilst they browsed the data. Luke Auld Thomas, a PhD student at Tulane University, would make the find. He told the US press, quote, I was on something like page 16 of Google search and found a laser survey done by a Mexican organization for environmental monitoring. When processing the data from the LiDAR scans, Mr. Auld Thomas saw what many others had conveniently missed for decades. A huge ancient city once home to between 30 and 50,000 people, with an age now pinned upon the settlements of around 750 to 850 AD. Although I personally have no idea how they came up with this date, when the site itself previously completely unknown of, and also before any field work at the site undertaken, it is as if they simply plucked it from the sky. This estimated population, it must be noted, is also more than the number of people who live in the region today. Thus, the city's population alone indicative of a lost world with perhaps even a greater population than ours today, which at some point within lost, or as I posit now, hidden history, mysteriously vanished. With countless now unexplainable, seemingly impossible ruins rediscovered beneath several meters of ancient sediment, as if once submerged for a prolonged period. Perhaps this, the evidence to indicate the cause for this mass exit. Yet it does not explain why these events are so passionately denied by those within funded circles. Perhaps it due to the fact that such a reality would reveal to all that ancient history merely that of a paradigm, one built upon assumption, and thus costing them their reputation on the world stage. For it matter not how many ancient pyramid cities turn up going forward, no matter the population, no matter the inexplicable nature and size of some of these megalithic ruins, the Great Pyramids regardless, for example, will continue to be attributed to a group who neither had the capability nor knowledge not only to build these places, but, regardless of the tomb theory, what they created them for. With the countless pyramids found worldwide, all attributed to different civilizations and purposes, these civilizations, however, I hypothesize, simply re-inhabited these places and structures. Thus, the countless different explanations for their purpose given conveniently overlooks the fact that this specific design was once chosen the world over. With this newly discovered ancient mega-metropolis we now know of as Valeriana, of no exception. We can't be sure what led to the demise and eventual abandonment of the city, but that hasn't stopped the archaeologists from claiming it was due to climate change. How old is Valeriana? How many people lived here? What happened to them all that time ago? Why are these pyramids turning up at sites worldwide? Why were they built all over the world? Were they some form of globally shared and perhaps even harnessed technology? I will, of course, keep you posted on any further developments and, indeed, expeditions which are slated to happen surrounding this newly discovered and clearly incredible ancient city. It is yet another piece in the puzzle of a legacy left by Earth's lost civilizations, and a discovery which I find highly compelling. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to support my controversial research here upon YouTube. Thank you. There are now hundreds of examples of ancient ruins and artifacts alike, which not only demonstrate to the world that there is indeed a lost history here upon our Earth, but that there are concerted efforts to conceal this reality from us all. A legacy left to us to unravel, all built by a now lost, or more accurately hidden, civilization. Sprawling cityscapes and ancient metropolis that, with the invention and utilization of ground-penetrative radar, is allowing us to peer deeper and deeper into our past with ever clearer vision. Revealing such previously unknown and undocumented marvels, such as that of the cities beneath the Amazon, now calculated to have once been home to over 10 million people, or indeed, the most recent of discoveries we have shared, such as the lost city of Sansingdui near the southwestern city of Chengdu in China, or the other lost city recently found beneath Rub al-Khali Desert, which has all the hallmarks of being the long-presumed mythical Atlantis of the Sands, each of which never historically or academically recorded, with no prior knowledge of such expansive settlements previously presumed possible within this supposedly almost complete chronology. But this also regardless of the fact that those who claimed that they couldn't have existed still persist on claiming there is no lost human history or indeed civilizations. Why would anybody with any rational critical faculties continue to believe that these funded academics know what they are talking about, especially when it comes to seemingly inexplicable ruins? With another reoccurring theme within these sites which have fortunately evaded the clutches of certain institutes, perhaps thanks to I, along with others, having exposed their mitts and grubby fingerprints all over controversial discoveries in the past. The artifacts, religious practices, and indeed technological development and advancements are all still present. Additionally, it must be noted, never incorporated by any neighboring civilization, which, if the site's dating true, would have surrounded them at the time of them flourishing, sharing no similarities with them or their modern-day native ancestors. I believe another clear indication that they do indeed predate known history. Yet, out of all of these historical wonders, mega-metropolis and legendary lost civilizations, the most enigmatic of them all has to be that of the lost city of Z. The city, according to the legend and the many accompanying witness accounts, sharing many of the seemingly out-of-place characteristics with our aforementioned sites. Tales tell of it being a sprawling, yet now completely overgrown ancient cityscape, similar to that of the accounts of Atlantis. Although the city untouched, unlooted, and full of gold, with its legendary existence blurring with that of legends of El Dorado. Yet also the city is drenched in strange idols, artifacts, and advanced technologies not present anywhere else. As if the city simply periodically appears within the middle of this dense jungle within South America, with a few explorers who have found it, claiming it only to again vanish either deep back into the forest, or perhaps from our world entirely. Whatever the truth surrounding this place, many explorers become so obsessed with being the first to find this lost city, their fever not only enveloping their own lives, but sometimes it has even cost the lives of others. What happened to them, or indeed whether they managed to find this place, remains a mystery. A mystery that, regardless of technological developments, permeates even into the modern day. Rumors surrounding the existence of the lost city of Z have been around for millennia, yet first mentioned by European explorers way back in the 16th century when recording the legend from natives. They told of a city filled with riches, technology, and advanced knowledge, even speaking of the inhabitants of the city once being people of divine right, peace, and justice. The location has most often been placed somewhere within Serra do Roncador, with the local tribes once detailing immense grandiose architecture, ornate palaces, sacred temples, and huge intimidating city walls. With the buildings inside adorned with incredibly intricate detailing, perhaps similar in appearance to that of the many ancient ruinscapes found across India, yet of a different now lost belief structure rather than those which survive, like the strange artifacts and details adorning the walls of the temples, also rumored to have too been reportedly found and witnessed on many occasions, yet now reportedly protected, hidden deep within the Grand Canyon. Yet, I digress. The streets are said to be paved in intricate stones, also sounding reminiscent of polygonal blockwork. Roads such as those I have explored and documented myself within Pompeii, an ancient manuscript known as 512, present today at the National Library in Rio de Janeiro, has also been claimed by many as evidence of the city's existence, with it indeed detailing such a place and in the exact location. This past discovery made by the Bandeirantes, it details a strange city found within the interior of Brazil, with characteristics as I have mentioned, one would expect to find either on another continent entirely or unique within the work of a lost people, with the Bandeirantes noting it as not at all native. In addition to tales passed down orally, there are also many strange reports of disappearances within the jungle and accounts of visits by strange inhabitants. These beings emerge from caves, yet particularly interestingly, reported as to appear from beneath the large lakes in the area, making many afraid to venture into the dense forests. Could this strange detail give credence to some kind of dimensional trickery at play? It is at the very least an interesting caveat, and indeed, possible side quest surrounding this mystery. It would be an astonishing experience to stumble upon. An entire lost city now almost perfectly blending into its surroundings. An experience now claimed by countless individuals. Manuscript 512, for example, with its incredibly intricately detailed depiction of this long-claimed mythical, yet incredibly fascinating place, was enough to encourage a British explorer by the name of Percy Fawcett to go on an infamous journey in an attempt to find the city. It must be noted here that since Percy's expedition, it has been realized and corroborated that local religious and spiritual belief systems not only given as the reason why the city itself became lost, but the general practices within South America so interlinked and intertwined with ancient pagan religious teaching among others, it alone clear indication there are lost chapters of human history. Yet, this is for another video. Postponed by the outbreak of World War I, with Percy becoming an artillery officer, upon his safe return home, he immediately set out on the hunt for the city of Z. In 1920, he would make his first attempt, having to return after falling foul of bad luck, which led to him resorting to retiring his pack animal. Yet the outcome of his next attempt, whether he did indeed find this place or indeed what happened when he did, is a mystery which haunts modern explorers to this day. On the next expedition, even more convinced of not only the city's existence, but that he would be the first to find it, locate it, and record it officially, he would take not only his son Jack Fawcett, but his friend Raleigh Rimmel. They would never be seen again. Although modern penetrative radar has allowed us to take a complete picture of the Amazon rainforest, indeed the entire South American jungles, we have established many remarkable things, such as the aforementioned previously unknown sprawling mega-metropolis. Yet, alas, no city of Z. However, with tales of the city dwellers periodically appearing from deep within the jungle, appearing seemingly from nowhere, only to again vanish, or in particular, the reports of them rising out of large bodies of water, Could this city, and indeed its inhabitants, be something else entirely? Or, perhaps more specifically, another place entirely? Did Percy Fawcett find the lost city of Z? What happened to him, his son, and his friend? It is a mystery which we find highly compelling.